By the way, they just snuck into Roshan and took it with Shaman wards.
Awesome, man.
No exorcism even needed.
Oh, man, that's kind of fast. I thought they actually nerfed the serpent wards, but people still can use it anyway.
Yeah, if you've got somebody to tank, it's fine. That's the big thing. The Roshan can one-hit kill the wards, but I believe they had Jug there with maybe healing ward. I know Mars was in the pit too, so they just tanked Rosh.
Yeah, I about the thing that you talked about the Slaughter just now. Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. But that Slaughter is it's kind of weird offlaner when you compare it to Mars. All you can do is just dumping in and hope that you can crush on someone. But if you missed it, then you have to walk back and wait for the cooldown and go in again. So I mean, compared to the Mars, he go in and go all out. It's quite easy to play for Mars.
And the way KP is itemizing, like Mask of Madness, he's itemizing like for himself to be a semi-carry. Compared to the Mars, Mars is like, I'm going to be a playmaker. Mars has a blink. Meanwhile, Slaughter has Mask of Madness and the BKB queued up. It's fine once he gets BKB. The problem is he's being smoke ganked. He may just go down here if he's not careful. Armel,
maybe.
Ooh, they saw him, but the Slaughter's just too fast with whenever the sprint is up.
What an interesting game it is. We see
Makota
a lot
bottom.
of rotation, yeah. Put it down, the about strike first. That's going to be a 3v1 easy kill. Mikoto going to waste his time on farming levels and items that he needs. Man, this is not looking good for Talon, to be honest.
Yeah, it feels like they're losing pretty badly because they're just passively farming. But like, you see the goal difference; it's pretty much even. But right now it's Fnatic making all the moves.
Yep, and something going to happen in middle lane as well. Just right here, the Dead Prophet. And a Master Pen wards everything just to take down the mid-tier 1 tower to open up the rune into the triangle and also the Dire NC. Yeah, easy tower without any resistance, brother.
Yeah, super clean from Fnatic. And they're not overcommitting ultimates. Often, like, you'll see teams say, like, oh, it's a tier 1 mid, we got to take this. Let's use Exorcism, let's use Serpent Wards, let's use everything. But they say they only drop Serpent Wards. So now, if they commit too many ultimates, what's going to happen is Talon will, instantly go look for a fight. They're going to do that anyways, but Fnatic, if a fight happens, still have Exorcism to take that fight on.
Man, the resource management on top. KP stuck in a tree line. He sees the target. He's Rittering Crush trying to make his way out, but being surrounded, being chased by the 4 players is going to be quite hard. And he lost the teleportation cooldown as well. So all he can do is just...
They're hunting in bottom.
Yeah, found him. Use Arena of Blood on the full HP Slaughter without any mana. Gonna be an easy kill.
Yep. They're just being hunted. Like, Talon kind of smoked through their top jungle, didn't find anybody in there. Still kind of just continuing this farming mode.
Alright.
Looks like a lot of farm on Lifestealer though.
Yeah, Lifestealer. It's good to see the hero get buffed a little bit in the 7.31D. Hey, let's take a look at the fight first. Ballet Strike, smack it down on the support. Bane into the tree line. Try to buy some time for his teammate to just retreat on the right-hand side. Sacrifice it, and that is the 6th date of Team Talon.
Yeah, this is when and where they're going to find the kill. I mean, that death is one of those, like, doesn't really matter. It's a Bane. It's space created. You die on the enemy side of the map, so it's not like Fnatic's going to instantly get an objective, although it does look like they want to take this top tier 2 tower. If they can take a tier 2, that means you take outpost control, so that would give Fnatic serious map advantage in terms of what they can control and pretty much set them up to take the next Roshan.
Man, now they go for tier 2 already.
Yeah.
Can't lose the tower too fast like that. And also the fight in the middle lane. Fiend grip it down. Ballet Strike, half HP, trying to just walk back to the high ground, regroup with his teammate. Amel trying to lure Talon players in, but Talon is just not going to bite.
Yeah.
They know that they are behind in terms of levels and also items. This is not a good time to fight. Whatever they want, just give it.
Yeah. And Armel can do that because of the Aegis. He still had about 40 seconds left on it, so even if they commit everything to kill him, he's going to have that second life. So it was a very kind of just scouting kind of play from him, enabling his team to take the tier 2 top tower, and then they're just going to go for this outpost and basically look to set themselves up to have a strong next Roshan fight. Aegis will expire now, so we'll see where Talon go from here if they try and take this fight? I think Talon's really waiting for these first items. They've got the blink on Puck now, but they'd love KP to have BKB on Slardar. KP's just a little bit behind because he's got 3 deaths. He's 0 and 3.
Yes,
You know, he's having a rough one.
That's really hard. I mean, Slardar alone, even though you got a good game, it's hard because you're Slardar already. But if you got a rough start, I can't imagine on that, man. 0-3 on Talon, trying to get the BKB first item, especially in the 7.31D where BKB cooldown are just, you know, increasing from 75 to 90. This cooldown is just going to change the tempo of the game a lot.
Yeah. Maybe we see less fights, or at least teams that rely on BKBs are going to have to choose to pick and choose their fights a bit more.
That's true.
Oh,
okay.
I love what we've seen from Januel's Monkey King. Any doubts about the 5 Monkey? For me, I'm being very quickly convinced just because I've never seen him play the Monkey, but he is looking super comfortable on it. He set up so many of these kills. He's beat all 6 of these kills Januel's Monkey King has been involved in.
He didn't even have a boot.
Yeah, who needs boots? You just jump on the trees.
Oh dear. All right.
Are they going high ground here? They commit exorcism with wards.
Minute 18, ladies and gentlemen. Exorcism, everything. This is actually the first time jumping in, and the combo is just working. DJ was the first one who goes down. They get the support, but how can they gonna stop that massive pen wards? This is very important for Team Talon Esports. Now killing spree already for Armel. Exactly what they give to in the interview. They want to rush the game as fast as they can.
I think with the buyback on the Bane, they'll back off now. Particularly with Exorcism wearing off there, but they just hit this big power spike on Fnatic. That's why they went for that. This itemization from Jabs rushes a Lotus Orb, I think is super clever. You can purge off the Corrosive Haze, you can purge off the Silence, and also it just gives armor. Like, that's what you need against Lifestealer plus Slardar with the Corrosive Haze, like, is armor. So just really smart itemization coming into this game from Jabs, who is just kind of being basically the team player as much as possible.
Yeah, what a well prepared into the game for Team Fnatic. They just don't want to give any space and time to 23 Savage. They've been friends, you know, close friends, very close friends, playing together every day in game and also in real life. So they know every single inch of each other. Man, what a hard game for Team Talon. Looks like they're stuck in a death trap here.
Yep. They did get their first kill, though. It was just the support, but at least on the high ground defense, they find that 1 kill. Get the meme scoreline 7-1, and we'll see when and where it gets broken. But for me, I think I don't know if Fnatic go high ground again until they get these. Like, BKB on Mars is super close. Also, just Roshan, like, it can respawn anytime. So if anything, I think Fnatic would like to have Aegis. Plus, it's a free shard. Like, this early on, like, getting a free shard, that's a big cash injection as well to somebody on the team who gets to pick it up.
That's true. Oh, whole team smoke. Very ambitious fight on Team Talon Esports, looking to surprise on Team Fnatic. We're gonna go in first. Who inside? Slardar?
Oh, no, Monkey King, so good. He just scouts the smoke.
Yeah.
They still want to go.
And also stop. Oh, okay. Now release is when he's Savage, but he released on the wrong. He was on the downhill. No, man. He can't find anyone. So they kind of waste on the Puck Dream Coil. Maybe it's time to retreat.
Both teams, you know, little bit of mis-execution on the spells. DJ even drops the Serpent Wards onto the low ground. Like, he gets a ward trap, but there's no follow-up. So I think both teams just feeling a bit of nerves there. And like, oh gosh, a big team fight's about to break up. Just use my spells before I die. But Jabs had DJ's back. He put the Lotus Orb on him, made sure he was safe. But yeah, the Puck Lifestealer were on the... They were in a different time zone.
Man, it was so close. I mean, if they go in like head-to-head just now, I think the game momentum is going to change to the one who won. Yeah. And one upcoming thing that I see that may be a good news for Team Talon Esports supporters is Kill. Look at Kill. Man, look at his item. He's on his way to become another carry. And this is what he did in a previous match. Against Boom. Oh wait, but Kill, talking about Kill, get pinned down immediately.
Four staff away.
Himself. He's still fine, but he's still being chased by Dead Prophet. Spirit Siphon connected to him. Monkey jumping on him. That's the first death.
Infest,
I
though.
think
Puck has a life stealer inside. They want to look for an initiation here.
Arena of Blood. No one's inside. Empty room. Walking around. They're still trying to hold on to the area. One player got hexed down. It's going to be Slada spinning around as well.
KP.
And it's KP falls. Next one.
One more.
I mean, wow, this is just a big mistake made by Team Talon Esports. It feels like they are so displaced. What do you think?
Yeah. It's just so hard for them to initiate. I think this Lotus Orb particularly is just causing them problems. Anyone they go on is going to get Lotus. And Januel, his Monkey King, just want to praise him a bit more. It's like he was popping the smokes. He's always in position to see heroes coming. He's, saved his Boundless Strike to stop Fiend Script, or at least basically Bane can't go for a Fiend Script because of this Monkey King. And he's working on an Orchid. That's going to be an amazing item against Puck and even some of these other heroes as well. So just feels like Talon are lacking damage in these fights. Like, Lifesteal is not known for being this high DPS carry, and as a result, like, we're seeing some of these fights. 23 Savage just can't really finish any of these heroes off.
All right, the Master Pen Port, everything inside of the small chambers. They are trying to get Rochan.
Yep, uncontested.
Shots in Aegis of Immortal, the second Aegis of the game. Easy taken by Team Fnatic. Hey, then why it worked so well back then, like 7-8 years ago?
Oh, yeah.
I mean the combo Life Stealer and the Slada. You remember? It was dominating the Chinese scene for a while.
I think back then, Dota was just a different game. Like, that was before all these heroes had Aghanim, Scepters, and Shards, and those heroes were like, especially Lifesteal was like one of the best carries in the game. And Slaughter, so because Lifesteal was the best carry in the game, and Slaughter was like one of the best heroes at buffing up Lifestealer. So it was just like all about this combo. But I think these days, and also even people learned how to play into it, like itemizing into halberds, into armor items. Like Jabs is going straight into a Shiva's Guard next. Mars is going into an AC he's got queued up. So everybody is just itemizing to stop this Lifestealer from being able to kill people. So that puts all the pressure on Mikoto to do damage in a fight, but Makoto's just not farmed enough on this Puck to like carry team fights. But hides Invis. He sees him coming, but it looks like they're going to disengage.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
One got caught, man. That's important one
and
as well. That is 23 Savage. He's trying to just walking away from spinning object.
There's going in.
Avalanche. Oh man, look at that. The taxi just takes him out, but the taxi stuck in Arena of Blood, so he died. Passenger about to go down to Chopper gone first. Oh my dear, 23 Savage fall, 12-1. What happened to Talon Esports in this series?
They're being outplayed so hard. It's not even like I feel like they're not playing well in a sense. Like they're playing very passive. But what Fnatic's doing is just like flawless, clean Dota. They're going from objective to objective. They're playing a very strategic game, but they're playing aggressive enough. Like what Fnatic's doing is very controlled in their aggression. But they took a 12-minute Roshan. They took second Aegis at like 24 minutes. They were going high ground at 20 minutes. This is a kind of style of play from Fnatic we have not seen ever in the DPC. Usually Fnatic's a team that goes like 40, 50, 60 minutes. They pick late game carries. This Fnatic is just, they're going high ground again. They just don't stop.
Yeah, people saying that in the 7.31D, the game is going longer, like 40 minutes, 50 minutes in, some even got 1 hour game. But this is exactly what you say. Everything that Fnatic do seems so clear and bright. Oh my.
They've got a very clear vision for how they want this game to go. And I mean, we mentioned the Slaughter Lifesteal being this old school like Dota combo. I would say the way Fnatic's playing with like Shaman, Death Prophet, it's kind of old school Dota 2, where it's just like, let's just 5-man Death Ball, pick pushing heroes and go from objective to objective. Take outer towers one by one, take Roshan. Fnatic only has 12 kills. That's not a lot of kills. Obviously, Talon only has 1. Like 12-1 is a big kill difference, but Fnatic's not hunting kills. They're hunting objectives and just trying to keep Talon down.
Yeah, with the DP and also China, just remind me the back then in Dota 1, this is the favorite strategy for all those Vietnamese teams. They were so strong back then. Stars Boba, if you guys remember. But let's take a look at this one first. The core getting pinned down once again. Man, the spears work so well. Spinning around and slashing the building. Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, as I feel like every single player in Fnatic can be deserving of like so much praise. Like we talked about the Monkey, what he's doing. We've talked about jabs and his itemization, but Armel has just been hitting all these spears. He's making rotations. He's basically making it so like Puck goes in and he gets blink speared, and then it's just game over for him. And they just take a Rax uncontested, no defense. You can't defend without the Puck, and they may just swing to another lane now. It looks like Jug is going to TP bottom, so they'll slow roll. They've only got a minute left on this Aegis, but left back at mid, 4 heroes smoked out. Fnatic, they want to find a jump here.
Yeah, and the damage as well. Come on,
Oh,
this
they're
one
gonna
is going to be...
someone.
You can't lose
Okay.
this one already for Team Talon. They
Blink
just
crush,
have to
though.
swing it back, but it just seems so impossible. The first one to fall, at least to get rid of the support. The DJ falls, turn on BKB and try to walk back to the high ground and save himself at least. Okay. And the rest of Team Fnatic just gonna change the objective into the mid-tier 2 tower. Mikoto trying to go around, maybe trying to find some guys on the backside, but nobody there.
Finds an arcane rune, but they may try hunt him a little bit. KP, no! But they get the kill, but they're
Oh, God.
okay. They're
was
keeping
huge.
out spear.
They were so fast.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
that was almost a disaster for Talon getting caught on that cliff. KP with a bit of a flub there, blinking onto the high ground cliff accidentally. They still managed to kill the Monkey King from attacking from high ground to low ground, but oh boy, that was scary for a moment there.
That's true. That's true. 14-3 game score, 7k ahead. Even though the game is not, not over yet for Team Talon Esports, but it would be very hard for them to come back at this stage of the point. They have to do everything right, and I think the key into this team fight is all about Slada initiating, and that put a lot of pressure on his shoulder.
Yeah. They need to get a good jump, like blink in and just... Ideally, I think they need to jump someone like Death Prophet, because if you jump someone else, they're going to get Lotus Orb, but the Death Prophet's maybe the best target. Like, blink crush her with the Infest Bomb and try burst her down, but she's so tanky with all this armor. Here they go again, though. They want to keep getting these jumps.
Yeah, jumping into the high ground to see the target, and it's exactly Dead Prophet. That's what they want. Dead Prophet goes out for the first time in this game. Killing spree ended, but slash everywhere, ladies and gentlemen, spinning around nearby. The support got away. Oh my, it's a trade,
get on
yo.
the
It's
ground.
2-3-1. Fighting again at the Roshan pit wall. Lock it down in the Dream
Enchantress.
Coil, and look at that kill. He working his magic. Finally, he got a chance to do some free attack around here. Go around and round, and throwing on the Monkey King. He falls. This might be a little bit turnaround to the game for Team Talon Esports.
Yeah, they kind of set that fight up nicely. They got the jump. That's exactly what I think, I was kind of mentioning they need to do. Jump someone like this Death Prophet. As tanky as she is, she just offers so much in a team fight. And then the Enchantress was just ignored through a lot of that fight, was just sitting on the outskirts, doing some good impetus damage, but mostly, yeah, Puck and Lifesteal on the front lines. 3.5k damage coming out from this lifesteal. It just felt like a fight where finally 23 Savage got to shine. And it really is. It's all up to him. He needs to carry this game. It is a near impossible ask with Talon being as far behind as they were, but this game's not over yet.
Yeah. It's pretty much the same picture that I see Kill from the 5 days ago that he won the game against Team Boom Esports. It was the fight at the Roshan pit. Kill with a lot of items, a lot of damage. Now look at him. He actually one of the hardest damage in the Talon team. So the game from now on is going to be very interesting. You can't let that Kill standing free and shooting like hell.
This'll come in handy.
We'll see if that's something Fnatic addressed, because yeah, like you mentioned, we've seen Q do this on Enchantress before. He'll turn into... He's going to do more damage in a fight than someone like KP. KP's job is just to blink in, stun, and stay alive with his BKB. If anything, this Mask of Madness is kind of an afterthought. I don't think that's what he's looking to play around. He's looking to set up his teammates to be impactful in these fights.
Oh, they're coming in again, man. Look at
Yeah.
that Slaughter. BKB
Invest
is ready.
again.
Let's take a look how he gonna landing. And
They got the
it's
Death
going to
Prophet.
be the Death Prophet first. Perfect target for them. Death Prophet down without any using of this ultimate though. But the rest have to trade with the life too. They lost 2 cores already. Puck and also Slaughter
Lifesteal's
gone.
dying. Oh, the Nightmare
Yeah.
save. No.
Oh no, man, this is not a good initiation. I think they spent too much time on that Death Prophet and too much damage distributed on him. So yeah, the race being cleaned up.
Losing everyone except the Bane. Yeah, last time it worked, but I think that's because Fnatic were just a bit split up. This time around, they were all there, so while Death Prophet does die, it comes at a heavy cost, and Hyde's been caught in the mid lane.
Oh, yeah. Well, play by DJ just now. Teleported down, blinking, and Shackle. Easy kill by Johnwell on Hyde.
Dying to the burn damage, and with the lifesteal having to buy back just to defend high ground, 23 Savage won't be feeling too good about that. Now he's going to play without buyback for the next 7.5 minutes, and during that time, a new Roshan will be spawning just 1 minute from now. So Fnatic, very likely they'll continue what we've seen and just play that methodical Dota.
Yeah. All right, 11K ahead. Everything is in their hand right now for Team Fnatic. All they need to do is just play it safe and shut down all the area of Team Talon Esports, getting ready for a high ground. The next Roshan is about to come. They're gonna wait for the third Aegis. Meanwhile, Talon also need to contest on that. They can't afford to lose any single Aegis. Puck by Mikolo, now level 21. It feels like that there were so many times that he doing a great job landing his ultimate, the dream coils and stuff, but I mean, still not shining this game for Mikolo compared to his Emperor Spirits. I mean,
he would love to hit level 25, get that BKB piercing dream coil, but still going to get there first as Roshan has respawned, and Fnatic, they're smoked up around the pit. It looks like they realize that it's not being defended. Talon going to show themselves bottom, and at that point, Fnatic know the Roshan is theirs for the taking with a refresher orb as well.
I feel like the timing of Team Talon is a bit unfortunately on this one. I mean, they can't fight where Fnatic is at all. I mean, there are a couple of times that they can fight, but it was a minor fight.
Yep. Yeah, they're kind of forced to just give up Roche after Roche. This is part of, I think, you know, Fnatic playing on the Radiant side, it's definitely one of the advantages and maybe why they drafted like this, picking these heroes that are good at taking objectives, because Roshan is such a key objective in Dota that you want to have heroes that take Roche when you're playing Radiant.
Yeah. Right, that was so obvious. Juggernaut.
To the high ground he goes again. This Jug's getting pretty fat.
He's holding on to the Aegis. Yeah, here we go with the exhaust system destroying on the range Pyrax and all the Pyrax. Behind, they're jumping in with the BKB and Citrine Crutch and then cover it up with Arena of Blood. The gem has been dropped. Crazy Savage picked it up and trying to just walk back to the high ground. He's safe, he got the gem, but the fight is just not over yet. Bought back already for Slaughter.
That's okay, I think, for Talon. I mean, the buybacks is the scary thing, but they slow down the push. The ultimates all get used. They, you know, they killed the Shaman and Monkey King, so it was a buyback on the Radiant team as well. Problem is they're just killing supports. They'd love to get some of these bigger kills. They just haven't been quite able to do so.
Yeah, my mistake. The gem is still with Dead Prophet, so Jab is still hold on to it. Ooh. All right, KP. I think maybe this is the time that he needs to make things happen, leading the charge.
No. Problem is, you can see Fnatic drawing on the minimap. They know exactly where Talon are. They're circling them. They're saying, look, this is where they're playing. They're hunting for kills here. They're trying to get farm here. Either avoid them, or if we're going to go in this area, we need to go as 5. And they are grouping as 5 mid. They get the spear onto Lifestealer.
Yeah, they're catching that Lifestealer down so fast. And here goes the damage of Team Talon Esports. Hot Knight through butter.
Oh.
This is becoming a stroll. Oh my goodness. Next one gonna be killed. Over. I think so. And it's a GG call, ladies and gentlemen. 36 minutes in, 26-9 game score. Fnatic takes game number 1.
Wow. Honestly, Armel's Mars, like, we talked a lot about, the panel was saying like how flexible his hero pool is. He'll play whatever. If they need to swap it up and put Mars in mid lane, you can see the smiles, the laughs there. Fnatic was like, they're feeling themselves. Jabs may not be showing it, but the rest of the team are. That was just dominant. That was so convincing from Fnatic. You know, we were all hyping up Talon. It felt like, you know, this was maybe going to be Talon's time to shine and look like they're, you know, one of the top teams in SEA, but Fnatic, honestly, with their best game of the entire DPC 2 or 3 so far.
Yeah, true. Everything well planned, well executed. There's nothing you could ask for more for the Fnatic performance. Let's see that if they can maintain their such a performance in game number 2 or maybe game number 3, so on. For now, let's go back to the panel.
This is so sick.
Can we just go back to playing games now?
Fnatic looking absolutely outstanding in that game one. I don't think there were too many faults we can really point out. Sure, there was maybe a
like 100
momentary
faults. Never let up. Always improve.
there might have been a little bit of a moment of where it looked like Talon were able to take a team fight, but ultimately Fnatic, they looked great. It was really clean from them. You guys have a choice now. Do you want to talk about how clean Fnatic looked, or do you want to talk about the Slaughter last pick?
Ooh, both.
I mean, we will get to both, but which one do you want to start with?
I mean, Slaughter first.
Okay.
Poor Slaughter. He was worthless.
Worthless. He's gonna come right out and say it. I mean, looking at that fight right there, yeah, it didn't really have much impact throughout this game. What about if we start from the laning phase here with this Slaughter?
I feel like the Slaughter had a really good laning stage because the Monkey didn't apply much pressure. He had an inch as a 4, so his laning stage went really well, but Armel kept going down there and killing him, and Slaughter is a hero you don't see a lot of because he doesn't have much of a comeback mechanic. I still would have loved to see the Enigma for some more team fight. When I see KP, I really want to see him play some team fighters because historically Talon looked the best when he's on a team fighter. When he's playing these niche like lane winning type of heroes, it's not that he can't win the lane or anything, it just seems the team seems to struggle when he's not able to like control the momentum in the mid game, and he just really didn't come online this game on the Slaughter at any point.
Do you feel that Talon were just lacking team fight as a whole for this lineup?
They definitely had some team fight. I didn't really like the itemization of Slaughter. It felt like it was a bit too greedy considering how far behind he was when Mask of Madness and Blink needed the dagger early. But I think in general, 23 Savage had some questionable infest usages this game. Like there's that one team fight by Dire's Shrine where he popped out of the puck when the coil was used and ended up on the low ground.
Yes, I do remember that. Another time that KP blinked up on
the high ground and he
the
got stuck
cliff.
there.
Yep.
And then there was one other instance. They did win this fight. This is actually the one fight they won. He actually jumped out of the infest right before Slaughter blinked in. So their team fight was a little questionable. It was there, but I don't think Slaughter added anything to their team fight. It was mainly just the puck and life stealer.
Yeah. I feel like the culmination of the Slaughter pick was 2 fights where he managed to blink on Shaman and kill him instantly, and like expend his entire BKB to do so.
Yeah, not really what you want to be doing as a position 3, someone who's supposed to be initiating and instigating these fights. But maybe we've hopped on the Slaughter a little bit too much. Do you want to now praise Fnatic at how clean they looked?
Oh my god, yes, they were so good. I mean, the kills just like creeped up. It was very slow. They've played it very patiently. At 13 minutes, they took their DP and their Shaman into the Roche pit and did they used the Snake Wars, and they do so much damage to Roche, so they're able to take it. I also really liked that DP went for a Lotus item first, so she had a plate mail, so she could tank the Roche a little bit for that to happen a bit more easily. And yeah, like, God, they played out the first stages really nicely. They increased their net worth a little bit. They poked at the high ground, realized, oh, we probably can't do this, backed off, and just like chilled again until their next ages. They had like Januel and his Monkey King like farming the dead lane bot, where like 3 people were playing on Talon, and he's just like farming there. And then when Mars got Blink, they took him and Shaman, smoked them up, went into their own jungle, and used like the Monkey King who's already there to like get vision of Mikoto's puck, find him, kill him, like just this constant like moving on the map and making these good plays. Like, oh my god, I cannot express how good Armel's Mars was. He hit like every friggin' spear. He was so good.
Yeah, I know you guys do want to talk about this a little bit more, but unfortunately we do have to jump to a break. When we come back, we'll have a little bit more of a discussion, and hopefully game 2 will be ready.
I hold on to this storm 'cause I need to be swept away, swept away. I'm cornered in the cold where you left me. Left again, left again. Oh, there's a jungle in my head growing wilder, and it's killing me, killing me. I cannot let you go. I cannot let you go. I cannot let you go. I cannot let you go.
nice job on bot.
Hi, this is Savius. You're watching CDPC on Beyond the Summit.
Hi, this is Armel.
Hi, I'm Mizu, and you're watching CDPC by Beyond the Summit.
It's so nice when the players do the intro for me. It is SEA DPC on Beyond the Summit. And before we do jump into game 2 between Fnatic and Talon, I want to have the spotlight turned to our partners. That's right. We couldn't...
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. It's
Hell
that time. It's the time of that broadcast. We couldn't be doing this without them. And our first partner is 188bet. They are the official betting partner of the Southeast Asia DPC Summer Tour. If you guys want to find out more, you can head over to bts.gg/188bet. And our second partner who gets the spotlight right now is Mate. They are caffeine reimagined for more day, more night. You guys can get 30% off using the code BTSDota. And you can also head over to bts.gg/mate to find out more. There's free shipping as well if you are in some select few Southeast Asian countries.
Actually makes me so sad I didn't get to do it with you this time.
I'm sorry, would you like to do it again from the top?
No, it's okay.
Okay, next time. Next Southeast Asia broadcast, we'll do it again. It was, you know, we could only get better from the first time that we did it.
Well,
that's what they say. And hopefully, Fnatic can do it better in game number 2. I don't know if it's impossible.
Do better? Oh my god.
I don't know if it's better, right? But maybe they don't lose a single team fight, unlike in game 1 when they lost 1.
So true.
But already
1.5 maybe.
1.5 maybe? Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Well, you know, we're going to like knock them down a few just to make sure that when game 2 is impeccable, we can bring them back up. But the game 1 Fnatic looked absolutely amazing. And for you, Fia, what do you think has been the biggest improvement for Fnatic from the last time we saw them?
I think draft-wise, their drafts just seem very, like, there's a lot of old school players on Fnatic, right? This just looks like a very cookie-cutter, staple Dota draft, right? You have your mid who's ganking, you've got, like, your Shaman, your DP and Jug, you hit your timing, you go hit the buildings. Like, they did everything correctly in that regard, and they played it very clean. They got the Roche, they went around together, they killed all the buildings, got the next Roche, went around, killed the buildings again, and just rinse and repeat until they ended up taking barracks and winning the game.
Were there any other map movements that you were really impressed with, Sheep?
I think I highlighted the ones I was happiest with from Fnatic.
Yeah.
I just think it was good, clean Dota, and they played heroes that they liked. I know last series we had problems with like the Raven playing like a Weaver and not taking part in the team fights, and it seems like the Jug was pretty involved in that game. I liked how they were controlling the map.
Well, it's like their draft is very simple to play, right? Like you have Shaman, you have DP, you have Jug. If you're ever ahead, what do? You just go together and hit buildings. Whereas Fnatic, they don't have those type of heroes. Maybe they don't know how to play the map exactly the same, because that's kind of like, I'd say like new age Dota, like playing without push. You're not going to get this push every single game. It's not reliable. Knowing how to play the map when you can't just group up and hit buildings is much more difficult, I would say.
Okay, so if you're Talon, what are you looking to ban or shut down to make sure that they can't really get a lineup like that again?
I really want Talon to focus on being able to fight them. I mean, I've been harping on. I just want to see KP play some team fight.
Team fight.
I don't want to see him play like these like cheesy lane winners, because that's normally when Talon lose, I guess, statistically speaking. So
it felt like for a while there was this understanding between teams that you had to really focus on winning lanes, and now almost a week later or a little bit later, it's almost changed. They don't, like, they still focus on lane, I'm not saying that, but it's not as hardcore all in for the laning phase for some drafts.
It's felt like it a lot, like that everyone's going in on the lanes, to be honest. With the amount of Dawnbreakers and Marcy's we've been seeing, it's been kind of insane.
I just feel like, the Marcy just isn't really hitting. Like, sure, she does well for the lane, but then out of that.
I mean, no, I think she's great at lane.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I don't want to undermine you. I mean, it's freaking Marcy. She's stupid as hell. She gets the ether line. She gets the, like, the neutral item, the band, arcane, whatever the heck it was. She just has so much cast range, and like she's able to pull people from so far away. It's like mind blowing. I mean, she has a lot in her kit, but not team fight.
Not team fight.
That's what Fear says. No team fight.
I mean, the hero is good, like, for sure. Her toolkit's very strong. If we're talking about Marcy, again, I'll always be, like, devil's advocate, because everyone's going to be like, Marcy, no, ban it, too OP. The hero is not that good in slow games. Like, if you're playing really slow, like, you can't really... You can sit behind your cores and maybe save them. It's okay. But she doesn't have team fight. But as you mentioned, laning stage is very important right now. And she is, I guess, the queen of laning stage right now. Very difficult to get lane against that hero. But it has gone ignored in this series so far. So maybe they don't... Some teams don't think it's that good. But Marcy Puck is... kind of gives me vibes of like the tiny puck where you can throw them out of the coil. It's pretty cute, pretty fun.
Yeah, the bans do change up on the side of Talon. They decide Marcy doesn't need to be banned. That Monkey King is more important. And the Visage staying banned for them. But then they pick up Tiny DP.
I think they're both good, yeah. Because especially if they were to take a Marcy now or something, Tiny and DP don't mind too much about her. You know, if you're a DP core and you get thrown into the carry, it's like, who cares? I'm just gonna siphon them. It's fine. You can siphon her too, actually. I mean, you really don't care. You like being in the middle of heroes. So I think this can be a strong lane if they choose to both put them offlane together. I mean, obviously the Tiny could go mid as well if they want. I mean, so can the DP. It's very flexible opening, actually.
That's what we like. That gives the teams the advantage.
Yeah, I would imagine the Tiny could have a really strong game if it gets an early blink too, because like Puck is very good at dying to Tiny's combo.
Puck is good at dying.
Very good at dying. I've watched a lot of Pucks recently play into like a Tiny with a... I actually saw a Jakiro, which was really cool. Or like a Dawnbreaker ult, and it's just like the follow-up stun is quite difficult to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised we haven't seen any Dawnbreaker.
She got banned in second phase last game, which was very upsetting for me.
Surprised we're not seeing it first phase, I guess.
That's true.
The hero is incredibly strong right now. Unlike Marcy, she does kind of have like the full toolkit.
Yeah.
Like Dawn is very strong in lane, but she also brings team fight with her ulti. Unlike Marcy, Dawn can farm too, so she can be a core. I think if you're like comparing the two heroes, like the two new heroes, like I feel like Dawn is just a more well-rounded hero.
I feel like Dawn has better success rate as well as a solo hero, right? It's like she doesn't need to necessarily be paired with something to still have a good game. Where for me, I feel like Marcy needs to have a really good quote-unquote duo to kind of really shine.
Yeah, I mean, it does make some combos like way more extreme. Like Dawn's not gonna enable a hero like Visage the way Marcy would.
No, not at all.
I like both heroes a lot. I think they're both just good at different things. Like obviously Marcy is more support geared with the sidekick and so on. And the ability, yeah, it's they're both cool heroes. I don't know. I just feel like everyone should just be picking them both.
Really, you think they're both first phase?
Maybe. Well, I mean, maybe not together unless you have like 6-7. But I watched those European games back and saw like the Dawn being played in carry and mid roll. That was really cool. I think like Lal played it mid, and then I can't remember the name of the carry that played it carry.
Yeah, Dawn can be played on very few heroes I can say this for, but pretty sure Dawn can be played on all 5 positions, and it's fine.
Yeah, I actually agree.
You had to rank the positions though that you like her being played.
I've had to rank them?
Yep. We got a little bit of time with the bands.
I'd do off lane, then 4, then 5, then mid, then carry.
Carry, okay.
Do I have to participate too?
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
always.
For fun.
For funsies. For a little laugh.
Probably 3, 4, 2, 5, 1.
Alright.
Pretty much the same.
Yeah, I just feel like she's so good at laning that it's nicer to secure your carry than have it be mid, but like, because I don't think I've seen her like kill any mid heroes, although she can win the lane.
I mean, for Dawn, you just like win your lane. That's it, right? It looks like we're just like swapping drafts here.
Yeah, we
Puck
actually almost are.
Puck is now on Fnatic when it was on Talon. Now Talon picks up the Shaman plus the DP as the response to Puck. And so it's like, I'm always a little interested to see this because, one, Fnatic won game 1, right? So they had balls to just be like, yeah, we're going to take the Puck first pick. Then Talon are just stealing Fnatic's opening against the Puck.
Yeah.
And we'll see if that's like kind of like a knee-jerk reaction of like, oh, they did this, so we should do this, or if they can actually play the heroes to the same like capacity that Fnatic was able to play them.
it's also kind of sad. Like Talon clearly weren't expecting the 30-minute Roche from Fnatic, but Fnatic are fully aware of it. They just did it themselves. I don't think Talon's going to be able to sneak these things the same way that Fnatic did last game, which is like setting the combo back.
Talon is also on Dire, so at 13 minutes it's usually a bit more difficult to get into the pit, where I think Shaman on Radiant has a lot more value for that reason.
You
The Enigma coming out though on the side of Fnatic. Do you like it? Do you feel like maybe you picked a little bit too early? It should stay more as a gotcha pick.
Whoa.
Oh, and then an Undying.
God, I'm scared of Fnatic's team fight. This is great.
So, I did talk about the Enigma in the last game, but there's like a clear purpose to pick it. Enigma always can be good, and it looks like they're going to run Enigma with Marcy, and then Undying 5 and Puck mid. So it's probably going to be a Marcy Enigma. It's pretty good. If you do get the Eidolons to stack up, you have the Malefice. If you toss them back into those Eidolons, it could do a lot of damage. I'm curious on like how 23 Savage is going to read this and pick his hero, because he has... It's a rough lane, I think, and I'm not sure what they're going to put on 5. I haven't really glanced at like the heroes here on town, so like probably 4 Shaman most likely. DP could go anywhere, Tiny could go anywhere. So one of those could be their 5s.
The advantage is Talon does have overall last pick, so that is slightly in favor if they want to hold out for 23 Savage's carry.
I don't think so. I think he sees this lane. KP's probably, as much as I hate to see it, like going to... It makes sense that he gets to see the carry, so he gets to pick the offlaner last, whereas Savage sees the offlaner, so he should pick the carry type of situation here. But that is going to put KP in a situation where, to get the most use out of the last pick, he probably is going to have to play something niche like, we talked about before, maybe the Slardar again, and not that like broader spectrum type of hero that just has team fight. And honestly, I have no idea what Savage is going to pick here. It's pretty difficult to like understand. And it looks like KP has decided he's going to be playing Death Prophet, I imagined.
Probably.
Yeah, so them picking Rubik here is their Enigma answer. And that just means that Savage, he already knows his lane matchup. They're going to ban 2 heroes. Fnatic's going to answer the question for me of, like, what are the best heroes that 23 Savage could play against his Enigma? And Jab's like, I don't want to play against these 2 heroes, and he's going to have them banned right now.
The last time we saw Enigma into Rubik, the Enigma cast Black Hole once.
That's how it goes.
In the entire game. It was... one of the worst Enigma performances I've ever seen in my entire life.
He held it and held it and held it.
And held it and held it and held it. I don't even remember.
And then it was like 45 minutes. We're like, oh, there it is.
I mean, I play a lot of Enigma. When I play versus Rubik, I just black hole the Rubik. Because it's better than just not using it at all.
He did do that at the very end of the game, and they didn't even kill the Rubik, and he stole the black hole afterwards.
Yeah.
What can you do?
If you wait too long, that'll happen.
It was Polaris. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Polaris. I think it was Force playing. I'm sorry, Force, but Jesus Christ. I felt like in that game, maybe it can be applied to this game, but like they just need to play it well on vision, because like the fear of black holing into Rubik comes from when you can't see him and stuff. So if they're able to just abuse vision and pick him off, that would be great. Night Stalker's banned, which is kind of, I mean, they have it off later, actually. What kind of heroes give vision? Like Monkey King and Night Stalker are like my favorites for giving vision, and Beastmaster, but all 3 are banned.
Versus, who's picking an offlaner?
No one, I'm just talking about it.
Oh, Clockwork?
Oh, Clock's great, yeah. But they have the supports, unless they want to put Marcy on 4. Like, I want to see Fnatic show vision.
Summon units, give vision.
Yeah, that'd be good too.
Zeus.
Whoa, that would be sexy. I mean, they need a carry.
Yeah, they banned the Viper, which is incredibly strange ban to see.
Are they trying to pick Bristleback carry? I'm down. Even into a DP, I'm down.
I mean, the Alchemist makes some sense. The Acid Spray is pretty good versus Eidolon, so you can just put it down and Enigma can't enter there. Yeah. I have no idea why they banned Viper. That makes no sense to me.
I just really... I don't like that much. I mean, it's okay. It's pretty good. I just wanted something... I want something that goes in to garner heroes to, like, attack them so that Enigma can get his spells off, or, like, Puck can get his spells off. Like, they want them to group, but no one on their team forces heroes to group right now.
Well,
So maybe TA could be that.
Coil maybe will force them to group for the whole.
I mean, yeah, but if they're not grouped for the coil, then they can't get a grouped coil.
I mean, it's Undying's just gonna have that job. He's just gonna
Yeah.
walk in.
Yeah, good luck to him.
He's gonna die.
Yeah.
But all he has to do is get Tombstone off, and even then, maybe not if they group up enough for the black hole. But perhaps this Enigma doesn't even go for black hole. He just gets the
Maybe
Wraith
just never
Pact.
spelled it.
Yeah.
It's just-
Never skills
Guess-
it.
Yeah. Go back in the
Skills
good old
everything
days.
else.
Yeah.
Lena carry. Or Tiny carry. Tiny carry. Okay,
Tiny
Tiny's carry. Lena's going mid.
Mhm.
I mean, that one I guess was pretty obvious. I should have seen that with versus Enigma. He can kill the.
They also didn't have a tombstone
don't.
hitter, so that's pretty good.
How did you not see that, you guys? I'm just disappointed. Hopefully, when I bring in our casters, gods, and Cyclops, they can say, yeah, we definitely saw this. Did you see this one coming, gods, at all?
Of course. Very easy
Yeah.
to be Captain Hindsight over here. Cyclops called every pick.
All of them.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are
Yeah.
just too big brain over here. But Cyclops, any info you want to impart on us about these lineups? Maybe a team that you prefer a little bit more?
Yeah, definitely. I think that the Talon drive it a little bit better with the heroes that quite easy to execute. Just like Fear said just now, that the hero is quite straightforward. Dead Prophet, Shadow Charmer. All you have to do is just grouping up and just trying to push. Plus, they have the Rubik. That is going to cause a concern to Enigma for sure. Hopefully, he could land the black hole directly to Rubik. And at the same time, I think Fnatic also got a wide open chance because the Armel Puck. That's all. This guy is actually one of the best in the region.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see this match.
Yeah, well, you know, Armel, he had a great performance in game 1. Do you have more faith in him, or did the Lena have enough of an impact sheet for you to flip to Talon?
Okay, for Mikoto, Lena, right?
Yeah, you agree?
He played this Lena like 4 games in 3 months, and the win rate is 100%. He never
Alright, then it's
lost
Okay,
free.
you sold?
Lena
You
It's
before.
free then, yeah.
All right,
I'm
Cyclops,
sold.
you
Yeah.
convinced her, absolutely. But game 2 is going to be underway, so God, the Cyclops, please tell us some more about this game.
Ooh, I think this one is gonna be a fun game, right? Surely gonna be battle right off the bat, right, Mr. Gods?
I hope so. I think last game started a little slow, but and then it ramped up. But it was felt like, you know, Fnatic were just getting free Roche after free Roche. This time around, it's Talon who have all the Roshan and tower taking heroes. So I hope we're going to see a less passive Talon here in game number 2.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, and we are in the game. DPC Southeast Asia Division 1, 2 or 3. Important match between Team Fnatic versus Talon in the best of 3 series. We are in game number 2, and the score is Fnatic 1, Talon 0. You hear me, Cyclops and Gods. Welcome, everyone.
Hello. Thank you for welcoming me.
Uh,
Welcome to you too.
yeah, to myself too, hopefully.
Welcome to our observer, Aosin, Steven. Let's have a good game too.
Oh, thank you, Stephen. Oh, okay. Hey, so do you think this one is going to be passive like last one?
30 seconds to
Maybe a little on the Fnatic side, just because they're heroes, but it all comes down to what Armel wants to do. Well, Armel and DJ. I mean, we said last game, we saw it. Armel and DJ are like the 2 big tempo setters, with the mid rotations, and DJ just being this, you know, very high skill, super talented 4-position player who can be greedy, but he can also fight and gank. And playing a Marcy, I'm always excited to see what Marcy can do.
the battle.
Yeah, first time adding into the competitive scene in the DPC 12-3. Come on, man. Show me what you got. Yep, it looks like it's gonna be the trade. Everyone just spreading back to the lane. Seems to be a happy lane for all. If there will be some first blood, of course there will be first blood. I think it's going to be on top lane.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the Dota game end? 0 kills to 0? Just only kill the buildings.
Come on, man.
Ignore the heroes.
Really?
Is it possible?
I think there is once. I believe I ever seen it on YouTube or Reddit sometimes.
Okay. It's like the passive win.
Yeah.
pacifist. Like you refuse to hurt heroes, but you will kill their buildings.
Who knows? Because we got the DP and Shadow Charman in the game in the same team too. Push it all the way.
Well, to get things started, I'm curious to watch this bottom lane. I think once again, like similar to last game, it's kind of the most interesting lane. A lot of aggression. We already see Shaman and Undying battling it out.
Yeah. One interesting thing about this Undying is the Fnatic seems to be the only team to pick Undying in the DPC in the past couple of months, and it's actually got a pretty good win rate. Pick 2 games, win 2 games in a row. And last time they used this hero is like 5 days ago in the previous match, and they won 2.
Okay. Well, we'll see if they can continue some of that Undying success. They definitely, you know, part of the reasoning behind this Lina was maybe seeing that Undying and winning that Tombstone hitter.
Yeah.
Giving them that other hero that can address it.
That game they ran Undying with Marty too.
So it's, I guess they maybe like the pace that these heroes play. It can be kind of fast-paced, very strong in the early to mid-game.
All right. And the bottom lane seems to be the place where action happens.
Yeah, both teams have the supports blocking all the camps, so we've yet to get any neutral spawning. This is just, I think, pretty standard laning for the most part. And then looking at some other lanes, I think both top and middle lane are kind of like the farm wars. Enigma in lane is usually a pretty defensive laner, which is where I'm not, like, I don't love the Marcy Enigma lane. I think they just liked Enigma for the game, but the end result is that DJ, he can't really be an aggressive Marcy because he's playing with Enigma. And Enigma just wants to deny range creeps and farm the lane. So DJ's kind of a bit limited in what he can do this game.
That is a very good point of view, yeah. I agree on that. I mean, yeah, it could be
mid
more
lane.
dangerous. Oh, okay, middle lane.
I don't think they've got the damage.
Armil.
Got brought very low there. Lina had a Dragon Slave, so Armel's out of bottle charges. He's going to have to bring out a salve. Makoto getting the better of this lane for now. Maybe we're going to have to see also a walk over to the Bounty Rune just to refill the bottle. But
And do you think the no talisman chains are actually affect a lot to the mid laners?
It affects Storm. That's really it. Top lane, they go on jabs.
Okay, 5 for the first time. Avalanche on the top, telekinesis. Ooh. Easy
gonna
kill.
trade? Body block?
Maybe
Oh,
one
DJ.
more. Okay, a trade. Can. Oh! Rebound!
Yep. Oh! And Januel on the Undying goes down bottom. That's, you know, they're laying with a lot of aggression. But top lane, it started, they went in onto Talon, and Talon just kind of held their ground and kept fighting.
Interesting at the bottom lane. Chaco on Templar Assassin. First attempt to go on Draven. Failed. Maybe not the perfect time yet. Yeah, we'll wait for it. But what they did great at the bottom lane for Team Talon Esports is they harvest that level very good. Level 3, and now they're gonna go in Spirit Siphon. Just try to harass. Nothing much.
Yep. I think what's maybe most surprising about this mid lane for me isn't the side lanes or the kills. This is mid lane. Makoto is winning this mid lane pretty handily against Armel.
Ooh.
12 denies and 26 last hits to 15. So very good performance from Makoto, who we've seen just absolutely dominate this DPC season in Talon's game so far.
Yes. A crazy performance for him when he played on Lina. 4 games in the past 3 months in all the premium. Oh wait, and the bottom lane, Spirit Siphon connected. Raven. Better watch out that Hornwell, the spamming his decay too.
Yep.
Yeah, I was about to say about the stats that he played 4 games, 100% win rate, never lose before when he played Lina. This might be the perfect game of Lina.
Lina getting poked down now. This time around, Puck starting to, with these higher levels, get some good harass in.
It's good to see people harassing or fighting more in the 7.31D because of the change of that self. It's just perfect.
Ooh.
Oh, look!
Laguna.
I don't know what.
But here comes the gank.
Oh, Marcy rebind. He just judo back, and I got him.
Yeah, he was playing so greedy. He was on such low health. I think knowing that the Puck can't kill him alone, He was like, oh, I'll
Okay.
just stay here and
Action.
then free kills.
Oh. It's a traded bomb lane as well.
Yep.
Oh my god, now the game officially started. Ladies and gentlemen, are you guys ready? Put your hands in the air because KP in the tree line. Spirit Siphon trying to find that Raven. He juke his way out. He's fine.
Hands in the air, but make sure, you know, buckle up, stay safe.
Yes.
This is a crazy ride. Top lane, they're going in as well. 23 Savage in some trouble.
Man, Marcy is everywhere. Top, mid, bottom. And right now it's going to be 23 Savage. Throw him out into the creeps and finish it off by jabs.
Yep.
Marcy.
Like you say, she's everywhere. The lanes were very tough. They've got a 2k gold lead. They're out farming these lanes, but what Fnatic are going to have is this very active 4 position now. We already saw it ganking Makoto in the mid lane, and you need that because of how well Makoto was doing, particularly mid.
Coming back in again. Sorry, Jackal.
Yep.
The chalk, everything. Got an easy kill. KP trying to retreat. No, he's not trying to get more. Raven fall, and that's a pretty big kill, man.
Nice denying the tombstone, but that's the carry kill. TA goes... This TA is not getting good farm at all. Death Prophet in the offlane has been such a key hero. Game 1 for Jabs, and this time around, KP is dominating his lane. This has been, like, I think going back to Tour 2, Death Prophet was one of his most played heroes, and he's just really good on it. Talon is so good at playing around KP's Death Prophet.
So many things to concern when you play against Death Prophet. Oh, wait. Don't tell me you're gonna kill all the tree and diving in like that. Rebound, bounce back. Swinging Savage in the middle. His support teleported down, so he's gonna be fine. A little bit too greedy for Team Fnatic. It now become 3v2 situation. Throw it down, but Jab still looking pretty healthy, leaving that DJ behind. But hey, reinforcement is here. Dropping a Dream Coin for the first time. Locked on 2. Rubik gonna be the first one to fall. I'm gonna blaze, slash it all out. DJ still alive, died because of the that Rubik. Oh,
Armel's still hunting.
Goodness.
Can he find 23 Savage? Doesn't look like it. But he's still nearby. Can he get the orb? It won't be enough damage by itself, but... Yeah, I think Armel knows it.
Oh my god. I just love it, you know. Each team just want to destroy other team's lane. And they end up with a crazy fight right on the start. 8 minutes in, we have like 8 kills. 1 kill per minute.
Ooh, yeah, we'll see if this keeps up. It really feels like it probably does. Like, you haven't got, like, super greedy carries on either side. Like, TA's usually this, like, more tempo hero who wants to get involved in the mid game. She will get forced out of this bottom lane, and this may just be a free tier 1 tower. If they want to commit Exorcism, they should be able to take this tower nice and fast.
Man, I can't keep my eye off that Mercy. This is actually my first game I get to cast Mercy in competitive scene. And look at that, KP diving in, trying to find that Hornwell. John Well is right here. Team up with that high. John Well easily teleport away.
Yeah, they really would love a siege wagon or something here to help this push, but they can also just maybe spam it out a little. Similarly in top lane, Fnatic just pushing faster. No Exorcism, no problem. They have the Enigma. They're just using the Eidolons to push, and at this point, I think Talon have to make a decision to... Yeah, they're going to commit the Exorcism. They don't have Serpent Ward, so it's really the only way to take this tower.
2 mechanics for them to just take down any towers, mechanisms, and also the Mass Serpent Wards. This is going to be... this is going to cause a lot of problem to Team Fnatic, just like last game that they caused Team Talon. But I do believe that they have... I mean, after the BKB... of the Templar Assassin, they should be fine going into that.
Makoto finds a free support kill in the jungle, just had a haste rune, ran in and used his spell combo. But it's not really a kill I think Fnatic are too worried about. They've got priorities elsewhere, which is to get some farm. They are going to TP Marcy towards mid, so maybe looking for a gank onto Makoto here.
Alright. Hey, watch out. Rebound and bounce it back. Nice throw. Mikola dropping quite low. He bought up his many sting, but just not enough. His team teleported down. A shackle on a puck and Spirit Siphon connected, but it would be hard to take down that Armel.
Yeah. They just don't have the damage for it. 23 Savage. He's getting low. They have a black hole here.
Oh my god, that DJ Marcy playing like super risky with a low HP, trying to get in to the mid-tier 2 tower and just drag it out. Oh, that's crazy, bro. Play some Observer Ward and stop this Marcy.
Yeah. She's just everywhere and just constantly fighting. It's crazy because Fnatic are the ones who didn't do as well in the lanes, but they're just looking to scrap and brawl and take whatever fight they can find. Talon just seem a little unprepared for this kind of level of aggression, even though they're, you know, up a couple of kills. They're kind of on the back foot, and whenever Fnatic run at them, they're just reeling like, we gotta get out.
Hey, but if you take a look at the network, the top 3 networks are from the Talon's core. So my question is, when it goes to like a super late game, let's say like 40 minutes game, who do you believe stronger when it comes to cores?
That's a good question. I think both teams have things that can scale late game. I would give, like, I always see Enigma core and like think late game is going to favor them, but playing into the Rubik, I think I give Talon a bit of an edge. I think the Lina and Tiny both just scale really well. I think particularly we've seen what Lina can do, and against this lineup, it feels like a really good game for a Lina to kind of carry and scale.
All right. They come once again, 3-man smoking in, trying to find a target at the bottom lane. Who's gonna be the lucky man? It's gonna be 23 Savage, dropping a Dream Coin, silence him already, rebound, everything, this pause, got him back. Oh, 23 Savage, but he's still, he's quite tanky, isn't he? Oh, okay, it looks like they spent too much for 23 Savage, so it seems to be a 1-1-2 trade.
Black hole?
Retreat. Black hole for the first time in this one. 2 stuck in there. Everything like Striker Rain. Also Laguna Blade. 4 down for Team Fnatic.
Oh, some regrets there for poor Jabs. He went for a black hole, and I think he saw the Rubik coming. He's like, stop, I can't black hole. Meanwhile, mid lane running in. Exorcism. They want to get the kill on Raven, but KP hasn't got the damage. But yeah, the Rubik, the hero of that fight with the stolen black hole, lands a perfect 2-hero black hole as well, and with that extra cast range from the Arcane Supremacy, just helping him really turn the tides of that fight.
That's crazy, man. That stolen black hole from Rubik. Ooh. All right. First 10 kills belongs to Team Talon Esports.
Nope.
Savage. 4K ahead in only 12 minutes in. Seems to be a great start. Maybe it's time to wake up for Team Talon Esports.
That should help.
23 Savage. I think it's good.
Yeah, they do seem to be on point here. Oh, Coil in the trees. He finds Hyde on the Shaman.
I think so.
No TP out for you.
Everything on him. Yeah.
No.
I will go
get
down.
that D-ward.
Yeah.
But I think they might D-ward that. They should have a pretty good idea that... Oh, the sentry misses, so they're not going to get the D-ward.
Talking about the Mikoto and Armel fighting each other a bit. Well, if you watch, I mean, in my opinion, I think they are two different play style, Mikoto and Armel. Mikoto will be more. Oh wait, look at that. Will be more active than Armel a bit, but Armel will be like he need a proper item, and then after that he just can't stop him.
Yeah.
Just like the Terminator.
Yeah, we'll see if Armel gets to have a similar game on his puck as we saw last game on Mars, where it just felt like he was everywhere, landing every single spell, controlling every team fight. Puck, a different kind of beast in a team fight, has to be a bit more slippery and can't just go jumping in.
Yes.
You have to utilize your elusiveness to really full effect.
Yeah. I mean, I really admire the guy who played great puck. It's really fun to watch.
Yeah.
Well, but
in SCA, there's many of them. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't play the puck, you start canceling your phase shifts, wondering when to push certain buttons.
I mean, there are some times I play in my own rank, and I feel like this puck is not at my level for sure. I mean, it's so fast and all this stuff. I can't even touch him.
Yeah.
Let's take a look on this one. Armel. Into it. DJ gonna lead the chart with all the smoking. John Well and Armel's behind him. Get in, foul the core. It's gonna be KP. Dispose him back. Vanning Rift. Didn't even drop a Dream Coil. And clean spree ended.
Yeah, they TP'd in as if they wanted to turn it, but it was just a Rubik with Shaman nearby, so the two supports would just be food to these Fnatic heroes, so they decided not to try and engage and do anything to help out Death Prophet. particularly because elsewhere you've got, 23 Savages farming. He's got his Blink Dagger now, so Blink Echo Saber, which means Tiny can get involved. Into Roshan. Can they get here in time to contest this one? Not sure they're killing this fast enough, particularly with the illusion coming into... Oh, doesn't quite scout out. Roach getting very low. Oh, they've got it.
Okay. That's good, but they still commit anyway. Start with the avalanche and the toss, and they kill John Well real fast. At least they've got a support back after the Roshan loss.
Yeah. Just the freebie kill. Like, okay, I see a support. That's, you're Tiny with a Blink Echo Saber. That's a free kill a lot of the time when you're even, a strength support like an Undying.
Kill, I think the Rubik play from now on is going to change the way the game is. Positioning is the key, and now they got into the Radiant NC. Playing, well, considering quite aggressive after the enemy team just got an edges. Instead of, go back, playing passive, farm in lane, get a key item, they just push, smoke, try to get a kill up.
And even, it was Radiant who took Aegis, but it's Talon who are pressuring and looking to take this mid-tier 1 tower.
Radiant's middle tower is
Looks like they'll get it with the Lina. Makoto just able to stand in the front lines with this newly bought BKB. Makoto's Lina is a problem at bottom, yep.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, I still remember Chief Six saying that the Puck is so good at dying at tiny Rubik combo, avalanche and a toss. Yeah. And it's like, it's true. Yeah, I think Amel need to worry about where that Tiny is. Oh wait, one guy about to get caught, Shackle and Master Pen Wards. I kind of like that one that high, didn't even hesitate to just drop his Master Pen Wards, even just for one kill.
Just play it safe, take the kill, get out. Yeah. They're not done, they may get some more kills. Tiny's on the hunt and finding DJ. It's going to be another kill going the way of Talon. They're feasting so far. 14 kills. In 17 minutes.
Interesting. Fnatic game seems to be slowed down. Okay. In the past 5 minutes. Even though they get the edges, but I think Talon is quite ahead on this.
More fuel for my fire.
Yeah, Talon is the ones definitely controlling everything so far, just getting really good aggressive vision up there. Still hunting for more kills, but DJ's gone in mid. They get KP, but he's got a BKB.
Boy, everyone that has the BKB is turn it on. And Mikoto joining the team fight on the right-hand side of the map. It's KP going in first. His BKB gone down, but he's still in the front line with his Spirit Siphon. He's just gonna throw himself in, absorb everything, but he's being thrown in by the Marcy. Sonic Trap, slow on everyone. Looks like there's no DP. Everyone of Team Talon just want to retreat or get into the safer place. John Well turn on his ultimate and trying to chase everyone down. In the end, it seems to be a trade. A good trade for Team Fnatic, but the fight is just not done yet. Kill jumped away. Okay, they are now chasing for Lina, but Mikoto is too fast.
Yeah, does Mikoto want to go back in with a Shadow Blade? Be tricky with how grouped up Fnatic are, and just really good discipline from Fnatic there, waiting until the Death Prophet was out of position, then just chucking her in, using that Dispose. Unfortunately for them, they lost the puck before the fight even really began. Just off to the side, it was a Shaman-Lina combo. And it's just such a tough matchup for Puck to play into. Rubik, Telekinesis, instant disable. Shaman has 2 instant disables almost. You've got Tiny. Even Lina, like with all her burst damage and stuns, like every hero has a stun or a silence, and it's a tough Puck game.
That's true. That's true. Really tough. Puck. He still managed to like kill 4, die 3, and not bad. And get some items up. Blink, Portrait, Witch Blade. This is the basic items and gonna help him survive for the next 5 minutes. But after this, it's quite interesting what's he gonna pick up.
Yeah, the Lincolns is the defensive item that sometimes you just have to go as a Puck, and I imagine he'll finish that one out. That since it's queued up.
Do you think? Do you still believe in Lincolns?
Yeah, even after that, I think the item wasn't changed. Like the cooldown increase, it's still to me more similar item. You know, it's like BKB. Like, yeah, BKB's changed, and the game is different with the BKB long cooldown, but it's still BKB. It still does the job that you buy it for, and you still want, in games where you need it, you still buy it.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Plays a massive pin wards on the bottom lane. It looks like DJ is going to teleport down to the bottom. Everyone teleport down to the bottom tier 3 tower, grouping up first and gonna charge in. But I think it's too late to defend the bottom tier 2. This is what's good to have the massive pin wards on your team. Hey, wait, why?
It's a little bit of a panic. I think he thought that Fnatic were about to engage, and they were coming. They wanted to defend, but Makoto misread it, and now Hyde is definitely dead on the Shaman.
Another throw, but it rebounded away. Nice setup by Marcy. DJ down to the river, and they got the support. Hyde falls.
Yeah, cool guys don't look at explosion. Puck's already walking to mid lane before the kill even completes, and
that's cool.
Fnatic, who are, you know, playing slightly from behind. They obviously don't maybe know the current net worth state. Mid lane, they've gone again, going to force out a BKB from KP. Talon just playing a little bit scared, it feels like, with some of the BKB usage.
Yes, true.
I see
yeah,
Raven
I think so. They use the BKB here and there, and it seems like that Marcy by DJ is messing with their mind games a lot.
Yeah. It's
so fast.
It feels like some of the game 1 issues are carrying over. Like, this game's a much better position for Talon, but that sense of like that unwillingness to go out and make plays, you know, playing very timid compared to what we normally see out of Talon. It just feels like they aren't playing with any kind of sense of urgency or any kind of sense of, hey, we need to go out and make plays.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It looks like they are grouping up both sides. Whole team small for Team Fnatic, and as well as Team Talon Esports. This might be the first time 5v5. Let's take a look at 22 minutes in. Whoever wins its big team fight is going to affect the momentum for sure. Grouping up and trying to go in first. It seems like DJ is going to be the first one who jumped in. But after all these hype, they can't fight each other.
Yeah, DJ with this Philosopher's Stone is going to allow him to get this Aether Lens up really fast. And that just changes your game so much as a Marcy. Getting that extra cast range, more than doubling your disposed cast range, just makes it so much easier to initiate.
So under pressure. I can feel the pressure on both sides.
Yeah.
Especially from Talon Esports. They feel like they're questioning everything, every single actions of every single player in that team.
Yeah, they're down a game. This is it. This, you know, not do or die in terms of their entire season, but as far as this best of 3 goes, they've got to find a way to pull out this win. They've set up both Makoto as well as 23 Savage, I feel, to have a pretty good late game here on the Tiny and Lina. They just have to make sure they maintain like good map vision and make sure they're not getting jumped and picked off and caught out of position, because playing against Marcy, mistakes get punished so easily and so heavily. Once minor positioning mistakes suddenly becomes an instant pick off.
Especially when you play against EJ, who is so crisp when it's come to the initiation. Oh, 20 Savage picking the body room, but he might have to pay with his life there. Turn the BKB, he seems so ready. He waits for the support. 4-4 support never come because he's stuck from behind. Stuck in the Dream Coil. What a play by Armel. And they kill a player in the front line, but at the end, it's only one casualty.
I got the second. They got Lina with the black hole.
Oh,
Jabs
okay.
he just throws out a solo black hole. That's great.
Oh.
You can't black hole easily against Rubik, so if you find a carry, and I say carry like Tiny and Lina, kind of the 2 carries, you just solo black hold them if Rubik is not there. Puck did such a good job. You mentioned Armel. He zoned out everyone. He ignored the Tiny and jumped the back lines. Got the supports.
I was like, I see 20 Savage fighting in the front line. It was like, hey, where's the rest? And in the end, he became 23 sandwiched.
Well, at least for his game, he doesn't die there. But the Lina going down is just as bad, really. They want to go in and fight again.
They're gonna go for again. The Spirit Siphon, everything on John Well. Doing a pretty good job as a pod, though. I mean, he tanks a lot of the damage. Setting up the Midnight Pulse, everything for the fight, for the battlefields. Oh, are you getting stabbed from the lower ground? Very Savage almost goes down. He died eventually. Armel finish him off, and he is not gonna done yet. Dropping a Dream Coil on the puck as well. He's gonna come back and finish the job. He let that Raven finish the job. Look at that. Oh, he almost got away. Yeah, he stole the refraction. And now here we go. Another one gonna be a Dead Prophet double kill for Armel.
They get 4 kills out of that, including, yeah, Tiny as well as Death Prophet, 2 of the cores. So absolute dream fight for Fnatic, who are going to walk back and find themselves a potential Roshan now. They just absolutely obliterated. It felt like a very like domino snowball kind of fight where Talon just didn't really make a group effort to kind of engage and take that fight. I think they knew they wanted to try and force a fight there with some spells like Black Hole and Cooldown, but they kind of trickled in too much one by one. They started the fight with just 2 or 3. They had some damage issues, and Fnatic do a great job punishing.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think that standing position get messed around by that Puck and also Marcy. Next thing I see is everyone are just, you know, spreading out in a star formations, you know, like 5 star, the star. And the other one is on another corner where they're supposed to just stick together, and then they keep dying one by one. Oh, what a fast heroes to deal with for Team Fnatic. Got a Marcy and also the Templar Assassin and also the Puck. Formation is the key.
Well, their item formation is really starting to pick up too. Raven's almost got a Skadi now on TA. Not the most conventional of items, but I feel like this is going to work wonders against Tiny. Just hiding him a little bit more. Getting rid of some of that regen as well. So, look forward to seeing how Skadi TA really comes into play this game.
But still, got a chance. I think if they can, you know, have a proper fight on this one, they're getting gone on first. Being forced to just go on the BKB from Mikoto. He can't find a perfect spot to just deal the damage. Just send in KP in the middle of the team fight. He can hold, but not for so long. Look at the damage comes up from Raven. Ooh, Raven. Man, 17 to 16 game score, 5k ahead. Fnatic rolling in.
Just all the momentum now. They're just ready to fight. They get themselves an Aegis, and they're just happy to try and snowball the game off of this. Just doesn't feel like Talon have any answer at this point. There's a reason, I think we saw less and less of this carry Tiny, and we're seeing some of the weaknesses of the hero being exposed here. It's going to feel like a lot of pressure perhaps on Makoto's shoulders this game on the Lina to have a big impact. He's already done well on Lina, but he needs to just keep doing more.
Oh, that fade ball. Caught him for the life. Oh, okay. Rubik not gonna make it. Hey, ooh, interesting.
Refraction blink?
Oh, yeah.
It's over.
Okay. This is not looking good. Dying in front of the mid tier 2 tower. He can lose the mid. Oh, wait. At the bottom lane. Yep. Turn the BKB and get away from the Dream Coil. But I have the feeling that the area of Team Talon Esports being shut down completely. Look at all the observer awards of Team Fnatic that play so aggressively deep in.
Yeah, and it just feels like Talon can't leave their base. Anytime they poke their nose out. Whoa, speaking of poking your noses out, DJ, he just went in to enemy high ground by himself a bit there. Not sure what was on his mind.
Talon just need a little bit more on this, you know, like the unforced error made by the Fnatic. Still can come back. When it comes to team fight, who is the prime target for Team Talon Esports in your opinion?
I was gonna say maybe the Puck, but he's so elusive, and with the Lincoln Sphere now, I just don't know if you can kill him. Probably has to be Enigma. I think if you don't address the Enigma, you're just gonna die to this black hole. Like, sure, you've got a Rubik and can try and steal it, but Enigma has BKB Blink now, so you can just get that Blink black hole on whether it's Lino or Tiny, and even if Rubik's able to steal it, it just feels like, you know, you're not gonna have the best answers to the team fight because of how far Fnatic have gotten.
So also you gotta deal with all the dispose, rebound, sidekick. Oh. This is the first time that I see a full potential of Marcy in the competitive scene. She deserves a spot from now on All right.
The high
trying
ground we
to
go,
attack
toss
on
back.
the top tier 3 tower. Avalanche and toss back inside. Can they finish that one off? Holding on to the edges. He will be back full HP. But the rest, oh! Stuck it in. BKB and a black hole on 2. Can they copy Pesarino and use the black hole back? But no,
Rubik.
it's a trade. It's 3 down for Team Talon Esports. Fnatic breakthrough. Going in and trying to get that Lina right in front of the fountain. Oh my dear lord, it's a mission to prove who is the best male in the world. Hot male, G male, Su male, or R male. GG has been called, and it's Fnatic sweeping Talon 2-0.
Oh boy, there's your answer. It's absolute dominance. 31 minutes. It felt like it was quicker than that. Considering, like, game 1, Fnatic got off to an early lead and then snowballed it off of Roshans and objectives. This game, it was a different story. Like, Talon won the lanes. They were up 2k gold coming out of the lanes, and Fnatic just, once they got like the team fights going and started making some plays and making those moves around the map, it just felt like they knew exactly what they were doing and where they needed to be. They were just finding constant pickoffs using the Marcy and RML again. What a series from this man. His puck, as well as his Mars, was just amazing.
Yeah, amazing. Do you know that in the past records in the DPC 12-3, both sides in every match they end the best of 3 with 3 games. This is actually the first time they end with 2 games and on Fnatic victory with a clean shot. Still, the chance of going to major is still wide open for Talon Esports, but just like you said just now, there are many things to be improved on this one. And congratulations to Team Fnatic. This is just great.
Yeah. I think Fnatic at this point are looking like the strongest team in the SCA region. They won the last tour, even though, you know, there's a lot of hype around Boom. It feels like Boom haven't been able to find that same form. But this Fnatic, I think particularly today, like week 1, week 2 Fnatic, you know, they were going 3 games. This Fnatic here, the way they dominated one of the, you know, perhaps top teams in the region was so convincing that I don't think there's any doubt that Fnatic is going to be going to the major anymore.
Wow. Yep, that's it, guys, for the series. What a performance for both sides. Even though Team Talon lost this series, but they have shown their performance as well, and it was impressive. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, but we're not done yet. Let's go back to the panel.
This is so sick.
Can we just go back to playing games now?
Fnatic proved that today they were going to turn up and absolutely decimate Talon. I mean, I'm just not even going to sugarcoat it at this point. Fnatic looked fantastic. This isn't the Talon that we're kind of used to. Talon have been looking great over the past 2 weeks of this DPC, but Fnatic definitely outlined and highlighted, showed that there are a lot of weak points that they could take advantage of, but on top of that, that they're constantly improving. This Fnatic was just impeccable. I don't know if there's enough like words in my vocabulary to keep talking up how great Fnatic were. Delectable, as gods would definitely say.
Gameplay.
They had that focus on that team fight again. I know you kind of might feel like a bit of a broken record at this point, Fear, but I do want you to break down that these team fights and sort of why they went so in favor of Fnatic despite Talon doing well in the early phase.
Well, the one good team fight we just saw that Talon had, so we'll give him a little bit of credit here, was Jabs ended up black holing pretty much nothing there, and then they got their team fight still on the Rubik, the black hole. They still got the 2-man black hole, but without getting that black hole steal, Talon doesn't have much team fight to play with, and you can also see in this highlight reel, they can't deal with this tombstone on the high ground. They got the coil locking heroes down too, and on top of that, the black hole threat, and you're just so single target unless this Rubik there's an amazing spell steal. They just felt really pressured, even though the lanings went well for them. They just could not find the opportunity to take the team fights in either of these games, and Fnatic just kind of like, bulldozed their way through this game.
Do you feel, Cheat, there was a bit of an issue maybe with Talon just lacking aggression over this series?
I mean, I'm not sure. They're not really setting themselves up well with their draft straight away. Like, I think Fear kept talking about how much he wanted to see KP just playing a team fighter hero and just really make their game plan easy to execute. Instead, they're stealing strats in game 2, and then instead of them taking Roche at 13 minutes the way Fnatic did, Fnatic are taking the Roche at 15 minutes instead. It's like, this is not going well for you. Its execution is hard. Like, this is a hard lineup to pull off. Obviously, like, credit where credit is due, they won their lanes. They did a really good job there in the early game. Like, it looked bad for Fnatic for the first 15 minutes. They lost that fight we saw. KP's Death Prophet destroyed Raven in lane. Like, TA really struggles to play into her because of the fact that the refraction charges get eaten up by the Siphon, right? So it's a great lane. They're doing great. But, like, they recover really well on Fnatic. Like, they bring Marcy mid, kill Lina, like, twice with the rebound toss back. So, like, I don't know. I think Fnatic just played off the fact that they were losing really well. Their comeback was very clean.
Yeah, what do you feel then, Fear, enabled them the most for a comeback? Was it the maps? Was it just this draft? I guess how they were moving, right, as a team playing together.
Like, comeback isn't just playing
from
better?
from that lane, right? Like, they were down, coming out of lanes, but they didn't really let Talon snowball with it.
I think Undying was a big factor. Like, it was really hard for them to fight into the tombstone, so they just kind of played patiently, and they played around the Roche. She mentioned it. They are playing Radiant both games. Both games they drafted very heavy for building push and doing Roche. Had like the Undying, the Enigma, and the previous game they were the ones that had the Shaman plus what was it, DP, right? So they drafted with clear purposes to do objectives, and it was very clean, both games.
It definitely was. And it does mean that we're also going to get a winner's interview with Fnatic. We're going to be joined by none other than Raven himself. Ooh. Raven, thank you for joining us. Congratulations on the win. How does it feel to take 2-0 over Talon?
I think it feels great right now because we're the one who doesn't have a loss. So it feels good.
Yeah, you guys are now the only undefeated team in Division 1. I want to know, though, what is the biggest focus for you guys over the past week? Because you looked fantastic today on Fnatic.
I think our discipline right now is very good. Like, we don't die so much. And I know the laning is a bit rough right now, but I think we can... Our discipline is really much better right now.
What have you changed exactly to improve that discipline?
I think we just like simple things. We really get angry about it already because we're almost to TI. So even the smallest things, we're trying to improve. That's why even the discipline is very good.
It's great to see.
Sure. So I have a question for you. You picked Templar Assassin in the last game. Did you know you were laning versus a Death Prophet, or what was your reason for picking TA in that game?
I know I'm gonna lose my lane, but I think it's very good in the game. It's just rush potential. So that's what I'm thinking that, even I lose the lane, I think we can still come back and gonna do better.
Playing the long game, I see. Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, looking back on like the Stockholm Major, what was your like favorite part of that event as a team?
Stockholm Major.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part is versus OG, even though that our loss is kind of bad, but we feel good that we can toe to toe to the Europe teams, and I think that's my you know memorable part.
It's great to hear. Raven, congratulations again on the win, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
See ya.
Thanks. Wave it out,
Oh,
boys.
gosh.
Yeah.
Fnatic, there, closing it out in 2-0. We've only had 2 other 2-0 series in SEA, so big congratulations to them. A team that seems like they're on the path to being quite unstoppable, always improving, always working on those small things, as we heard there in that interview. These Division 1 standings are a pure reflection of that. Fnatic now being the only undefeated team, sitting up there pretty in number 1. Talon picking up their first series loss, and then we have RSG, T1, Boom, SMG, and GXC, and Polaris all the way down there on the bottom. Is there anything you guys want to say, some closing thoughts about SEA before we jump over to another region?
I was just gonna say, what else Fnatic is always doing? Making it to the major.
Classic. They're gonna look good.
Yeah, I'm hype. I mean, I just want to see them like do better and better because they are like a very likable team. They
very
play
charismatic.
fun. Yeah, they have great fun drafts. Like you want to root for Fnatic. So let's hope they get to the major and they get even further than last time.
We're definitely rooting for Fnatic and the rest of the SEA DPC, which has concluded for today. But you guys don't have to go anywhere because we are going to be flipping over to Eastern Europe. I know we're going to be having some Eastern European Division 1 action coming up after this break.
the sadness. Oh, don't know